We are going live in a moment. The Vancouver Canucks win in the shootout. Oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby. What is going on? Going live any moment now. All right. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Vancouver Canucks and the Chicago Blackhawks post-game show. And the Vancouver Canucks pull it out once again after being down 2-0, this time against the Chicago Blackhawks in an absolutely beautiful, fantastic, amazing, incredible, downright, I already used amazing, so let's just say amazing again. Amazing win in overtime and shootout. So it was really nice, man. The Canucks, man, they're showing a lot of resiliency, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited for what this team could possibly be. And there's a lot of standout performances tonight, but I want to get you guys involved like we always do. So what we always do right off the bat, let's get some shout outs. Who's in here first of all? Also, let people know that we are indeed live. Feel free to share this on Discord, on Twitter, anywhere you have it. Feel free to let people know that we are indeed live. It's going to be a really, really good post-game show for you guys tonight. So I'm just going to make one little post here before we get this started, and then we are good to go. And I want to ask you guys, if you guys want to get involved in this stream, please feel free to leave comments. Be engaged. This is the whole fun part of this. Your comments will be read on the screen while we talk about the game as a whole. And of course, I have my good old-fashioned notes here for you guys, and it's plentiful, especially in the third period where quite a bit happened, and in that overtime as well. So right off the bat, Canucks win, going live in a moment. Yeah, that's me. Swervin' Irvin's here. Duh! Blackhawks lose. Well, Blue Jays didn't do so well today, so I don't know if we can pull that off. But what's up, Swervin? Nice to have you here. And Golf Made Easy once again, man. PD shoot the puck on the power play, man. Yeah, we're going to be talking about PD. He had a really interesting game. He was really good in the shootout, and he had a couple of real huge saves, but he also missed a bunch of open nets. It was a weird one for PD tonight, right? It was a pretty weird one overall. This is the second time in Canucks history where they win on back-to-back nights when trailing by multiple goals in each contest. I actually did not know that, Swervin. So thanks for the heads up on that. I had no idea about that. That's really, really interesting. Thanks for the heads up. Let me just quickly text my... There we go. So, guys, right off the bat, let's get to it. Let's get straight to the scoring summary here. So actually, you know what we'll do? Well, before we do the shootouts, let's go with the shots on goal. So right off the bat, the Canucks had 13 shots on goal. Chicago had 15 in the first period. In the second period, Chicago outplayed us. We had the 4 shots on net. Chicago had the 10. Third period came on a little bit more. We had the 12 shots on net. Chicago had 7. In overtime, we had the 3. They had the 1. It ended 32-33, and the Vancouver Canucks really pulled it out in the end. As for some of the stats, so like I said on the shots, face-off percentage today, 41.8% face-offs and 58.2% for Chicago. So Chicago had our number on the face-offs tonight. On the power play, Chicago Blackhawks were 33.3% on the power play, and the Vancouver Canucks were 1 for 6 on the power play. I would like to see them finish a little bit more. They certainly had their chances. They missed a ton of open nets, but just something to keep an eye on. And penalty minutes, we had the 8. They had the 14. I thought that was going to be significantly higher because I thought there was going to be a lot of shenanigans with the whole, Dickinson hit with Hedl the time before. I was pretty surprised that there wasn't much of that tonight at all. Like it was actually really surprising. I was almost certain that there was going to be a lot more, fisticuffs there, but nothing happened. I don't know. It was kind of an odd storyline that didn't play out that much. And I would love to hear your guys' opinions on that. Do you think it's good or bad that the Canucks kind of just let that go and just play hockey? There's definitely different takes on it for sure. Hits 26-19. Yeah, we were pretty physical tonight. Overall, though, block shots 10 out of 10. Giveaways, we had the 11, they had the 13, and takeaways, they had the number there at 6/2. Now, let's get to the scoring. Let's get to my first period notes, and I want to hear what you guys thought about the first period specifically. So let's start it off with that. But before we do that, let's get to the chat like we always do. So, Jason Chan is in here. Yo, man, what's up? What's up, buddy? Swervin' Irvin's here. Says, sup, Jason. Jason Chan says, I feel EP40 is trying hard, but somehow he's missing the net. He had one good shot. Petey needs to shoot more in general. I just feel like he just needs to shoot the puck more. He doesn't shoot. Like, he hesitates. Now, he had some good looks in the shootout, which is something that was promising, and I need to see him do that a little bit more. But overall, I want to see him shoot the puck on more opportunities, man. Like, he needs to shoot more. And because, like, when he's shooting and he's engaged, dude, he looks like a completely different hockey player. So I would like to see a little bit more from Petey when it comes to the shooting department. That being said, I think, just like Louis the Logger said, I thought he had a pretty decent game. He had a better second half of the game than the first half of the game. I thought it was a pretty even affair from both teams tonight. It wasn't too one-sided. Lankinen had a pretty decent night tonight, which was nice to see. And a nice little bounce back, even though I don't think he was really bad in that first game either. He let in a few goals, but I didn't think he was bad or anything. I expected Sherwood to fight Dickinson. Yeah, I was surprised there was not some sort of fight for. Obviously, we don't want Dickinson to get hurt. We're not advocating for that, but we wanted him to get hit, get some physicality out there. I think that would be really important. So, surprised that didn't happen. Did Chicago put Dickinson out only when Sher was not on the ice? I'm not 100% sure. I think he was playing pretty regular shifts, to be honest. Am I grasping at shots when it comes to PD? I'm just hoping he's one goal away from feeling it. He needs to score, man. Like, he's coming so close so many times. He needs to do his deeks, like you just said. Do your deeks, bro. He did his deeks in the shootout, though. That's for sure. You were right. I expected the Canucks to steamroll the Blackhawks like last year. The thing about the Blackhawks, they're playing pretty well this year. Like, they're a pretty solid team overall this year. Bedard's having a nice start this season, even though he tried to help out Vancouver at the end of the regular season, or at the end of that third period there with that penalty. Didn't work out, but eventually we got up the win. He needs to take the open space from the corner on the power play and wire it like JT used to do. You're talking about the angle skate, right? Yeah, that was the old school JT rush, right? And he always went over for that corner, right? But what Petey's been doing is he's doing these little soft passes, right? Like, it's like he drags the player in, right? So he holds the puck, he holds it. The player goes in, and then he passes it up to the top to Quinn, or he does that slap pass across. But he's been doing that for years. Like, I just want to see him crank one. Or let's play him behind the net. Let's use his hands and creativity and play him behind the net on the power play. I'm okay with that. If you're not going to use his slap shot, then at least put him in a more of a playmaking position, and maybe around the net he'll be able to score a couple of those because he has such good hands. Like DeBrusk tonight, for example, was all in front of the net. You know what I mean? So that's something I mentioned. Thanks for the post there, Louis. He looks like he doesn't want to have the puck. He just passed it to Quinn. The team is winning with like a 4-10 PD. The thing is, I think PD is playing decent. Like, I don't think PD's playing poorly at all, personally. I don't. I think he can play better. Like, he has all the skill in the world. He's almost there. We just need to keep pushing him along. But like we just need him to shoot, man. Like, I need him to shoot. I know it's going to dominate the conversation again with PD. He didn't score today, but I feel if he gets that first one, like first real one, not into the open net, into our own net, I think it will really do him wonders, man. Swerve and Irvin says, people will say Chicago sucks. They're supposed to win. But like points are points. You know what? They're having a decent start to the season. I think honestly he's been pretty all right. By the way, I forgot to mention, please like this video, subscribe if you guys are new, or if you guys are lurking, it would be great to have you guys sub. You guys can also contribute by leaving super chats or becoming members. We have 5 members now, and it's really nice. You can buy me a cup of coffee or lunch or whatever you guys want. If you want, that would be great. That's another way of supporting, or just leave comments right there on YouTube. That's a great way to get the conversation started. I'm happy. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. He's been tossing dimes, though. Like, yeah, his passing's been money. But you still want to shoot more, right? Because you don't just stop that shot. That shot is an absolute rocket, right? You got to use it, you know? Especially where he's had like 3 shots or 4 shots in 4 games. Or like you got to shoot a little bit more. But you're right, though. His playmaking has been solid this year. And especially like Jake DeBrusk, for example. Like, how many shots did DeBrusk get tonight? Like, I would love to see that. I'm checking the box score right now. So Jake DeBrusk tonight, I swear he had like 5 shots. He had 10 shots tonight. Jake DeBrusk with 10 shots tonight. 21 minutes of ice time. Holy crap. Jake DeBrusk with 10 shots, quality shots, and he scored. I'm not saying PD needs to have 10 shots, but like, that's pretty amazing. A friend of mine is saying, not liking Kane on the Canucks team, but I actually wanted him, but I'm guessing PS Center. Yeah, well, that's long gone now. I just want to see more physicality from Kane. I'm not seeing it yet from him. I would like to see more physicality, especially get more engaged in these games, not just chit-chatting, to be honest. What a game. Yeah, man. What a nice win, man. The Canucks we're back to rolling, man. Like, we needed to get at least 3 games on this road trip. We got 2 already. Get 1 out of the next 3, and I think it's been a pretty successful road trip. A bit of vintage PD in overtime. But see, Gerald, this is what I'm talking about, man. Like, when he's feeling it, you can tell because he'll just start dangling through everybody, right? And in overtime, in shootout, in overtime, you can see he was feeling it, right? He wanted to get the winner, and that's what I want to see, and I hope that builds that confidence because I believed in PD. I've been saying it in every video, every stream, man. I believe in the guy. I think it's going to do well, personally. And he was looking really good in that overtime today. But, hey, yesterday when PD scored that own goal, Foot's decision to immediately send him back out was absolutely right call. No, I agree 100%. 100%. I like when, I don't like when a person makes a mistake, but I like when they kind of give him a second shot right after. I have no problem with that. 10 shots for Jake DeBrusk. A dangle up the middle is nasty, even though it would have finished it. He had like 3 or 4 chances he could have finished today, Louis. 3 or 4 at least. Oh, so close. We're getting there, right? Drake, pretend everybody every day is your birthday. That's right. Yeah, birthday boy had a really nice one today. LOL, Swervin. If the next game is with the Capitals, maybe we see Kane and Wilson fight. I don't think Kane wants to fight Wilson, even though they're both big scrappers. Unless Wilson just absolutely clocks someone, then, we could have Kane come up and show up. But I don't see that happening personally. I don't think Kane wants to touch Wilson. Wilson's going at it right now, both physically, but also like the guy's scoring, man. I think he has like 3 goals already, 5 points or something like that. One sec. Lankinen rough till the Canucks woke up. And can someone help PD with this curse voodoo they have on it? Yeah, seriously. Lankinen was good tonight. Made a number of solid saves, couple on the breakaway. No, I thought Lankinen was a pretty solid tonight. I don't have much of a problem there with Lanks at all. Hronik beast mode on both ends. Hronik had a couple of turnovers this game, but overall, he had a strong game. He made, I mentioned here somewhere, he had a great pass in the second period, so that's something to look out for. Before I get to the next comment here, just give me a sec. Let's go back to my notes here real quick. Chicago scores, painfully slow start. 8 shots, 1 for Canucks, 8 for Chicago. Not a good start. Again, we got to fix these slow starts, man. We got to fix them. We can't just keep doing this. The cardiac kids, PK tap in for him, yeah. on a bad read there from Marcus Pettersson, unfortunately. There was a missed goalie interference call moments after, they scored by Chicago. It was a big defensive breakdown, so I didn't like that. And the second period ended. Yeah, Chicago played us in the first. We did pick it up a little bit at the end of the first, but overall, they were better in that first line. We're going to get to the lines in a bit here. Don't worry. It was that Abbey line, though. Oh, that Abbey line, they know how to win board battles more than anything, man. Like, that's what I love to see. That's what I love to see, man, because they were like, here, I'll put the lines up here for you guys for a sec here. I'll put the lines up. Here you go. So these are the lines here tonight, right? That Baines, Assassin, Carlson line. Like, this line, if they're going to play like this throughout the whole season, these guys are not going anywhere. Sasson with another goal, and we're going to get to that, by the way. I have it written down here on my notes, but Sasson with another goal there's just a lot of fun things to talk about here. But let's continue on with the notes real quick. So second period, what do we got here? Garland and Hedel with good periods so far starting off the second. Petey was much more engaged in the second, I put down here. Jake DeBrusk with a dirty goal up front. This is the Jake DeBrusk JVR special. This is what he does. He has these little fucking times where suddenly he won't do nothing for 3-4 games, and then he'll dominate for like a week or two. I feel like DeBrusk, dude, bet the over. I'm telling you, this guy is going to go on a heater. This is what he always does. I'm telling you. And out front of the net, JVR-type goal, man, just smashing that stick, eventually potting one in. 10 shots tonight for Jake DeBrusk. Max Sasson, the speedster, blows by once again, and it was a great pass by Hronek on that goal. Sasson, 2 games, 2 goals, 4 goals if you count the 2 Abbey games he's played in. He's had a goal in every single game he's played so far this year. Guys, chat, comments, what do you think about Max Sasson this year? What an absolute beaut. Am I right? What a beauty. The speed is so evident, man. And you know what? You can see the speed with Hedel and Sasson on this team. Like, it's really evident, And you know what? Jake DeBrusk was actually skating pretty hard today too, right? That's what I saw. So back to the scoring here. So in the first period, Ryan Donato had the first goal. Burakovsky and Lefshunov got the assist. Tyler Bertuzzi got that second goal. He was a bit of a rat today. You saw him just getting all over the thing. Brad Marchand type special today. He's diving all over the ice. Embellishment all over the ice. But he popped one, so I don't think Chicago really cared. Renzel with the assist. Jake DeBrusk scoring that goal. Connor Garland with another assist. Quinn Hughes starting to pick it up with the assist. Max Sasson with the goal. Hronek and Carlson went out there and they got the assists on that goal as well. So that's really nice to see. Before we get to the shootout, let's get to my third period notes there. Amazing. Lankinen save on a breakaway. Lankinen, absolute money on the breakaway. Quinn Hughes was hit twice in the head, once with the stick and once with an elbow. But obviously he finished the game. He looked to be okay. But something to keep an eye out for just moving forward. I'm pretty sure he's fine. The Abbey line, again, I have it here, continues to play incredibly well. Incredible amount of missed calls this game by the referee. Kind of annoying, but it happens. Multiple on Garland leading to direct chances. Extremely close call. I think it was a goal, especially on that one. So there was a goal or a no-goal call. It turned out to be in our favor, but I thought it was pretty close. What did you guys think about that play? Do you think it was a goal or not goal? Do you think the refs made the right call there? Personally, I thought it was a goal. Like, he didn't really interfere with him. Like, yeah, he had the pad on him. It wasn't completely conclusive, but like, it's not like he like shoved the stick directly in his pad. I think we caught a break there, to be honest, but it was pretty close overall. Like, I could see it go either way, and we got the favorable call there. Bedard with an offensive zone penalty to help out the Vancouver Canucks' future team. And that was the third period. All right, let's get to the comments here. He seemed lost in the first 4 games. Today looked better for sure, trending in the right direction. Who's that? Are we talking about PD? Or DeBrusque? Oh, we're talking about PD. Talking about PD. Yeah, well, he's figuring it out. PD's figuring it out. You can see he's figuring it out. Just needs to get a little bit more confidence. I want to see more creativity from him, man. Like, when he's on, you know when he's on. You know what I mean? Gerald says, a bit disappointed that Woody didn't finish that hit last year. Yeah, so there was no retaliation, really, from Dickinson. Maybe it'll happen in the future. I was disappointed there wasn't any retaliation. I'm not saying to injure the guy. I'm definitely not saying to hurt the guy. I'm just saying there should have been some sort of retaliation, at least more scrums, get in his face, big fucking hit. Like, something should have been there with Dickinson. But Dickinson was so invisible today that I don't think they even cared. They obviously care more about the points. Abbey line looked solid again tonight. Yes, they did, man. The Abbey line was real good. Jason to Louis the Logger, you are right. The Abbey line was good. The Canucks did good, giving them NHL games at the end of last season. The Castle Fun Park line, I've actually been there before. It's actually a pretty fun place. But it's been like probably 9 years since I've been there. It's been quite a long. Those boys got swag. From Louis the Logger, Baines is growing on me. Noticeable every game. Yeah, man. No one is talking about how Baines shouldn't be on this team right now, are they? Baines is having himself a real solid little stretch here of hockey. That Abbey line is dictating play. Really enjoying it. Have no issue there whatsoever. And it's nice to see kind of like the rest of the lines. Like tonight, like if we go through the lines, DeBrusque tonight had a really good game. Bresser was all right. Hedl had a pretty decent game. Really good getting the puck into the offensive zone with his speed. He did it a number of times today. Garland was Garland, like usual. PD had a pretty up and down affair, but really picked it up in the second half of the game. Kane didn't like his game today. I don't think he did much today at all. Drew O'Connor, pretty quiet. Bluger was pretty quiet. Sherwood, pretty quiet considering, but he was still engaged in his ways. Baines, Sasson, Carlson, real good tonight. Probably, if not our best line tonight, second best line tonight for sure. Hughes had a pretty decent game today, especially as the game went on. You can see he's just feeling it a little bit more. Hronek was really solid tonight. Marcus Pettersson had a little bit better of a game, but he's still not fair. He also missed an empty netter, which really sucked. We hit a bunch of posts today as well. Tyler Myers, didn't notice him too much today. DPD, other than that one scrum behind the net, didn't really notice him today that much. And same with Mancini. And then with Lankinen, Lankinen had himself a really solid game. Now, let's get quickly to the shootout. So Teravainen had the first one safe. PD kind of deked himself out there. Even if that was a goal, they wouldn't have counted it because there was back momentum there. I'm not sure if you guys noticed that. I'm not sure if you guys noticed that, but I don't think they would have counted that one as a goal anyway. Bedard got robbed. Connor got robbed. Nazar got robbed. DeBrusque just missed. Ryan Donato got robbed. And then Brock Besser, clutch. I guess it's not technically 4 and 5 now, but, you know, he scored a big shootout goal. Canucks win. My wife was screaming, actually. She's a huge Brock Besser fan, and she was very, very happy with that. I think I'm going to have to pick her up a Brock Besser jersey here soon. Honey, you want a Brock Besser jersey soon? She said, of course. I'm not sure if you guys heard that in the background, but she needs a Brock Besser jersey. Baines has grown on me noticeably every single game. Yep. Barely won against that weak Chicago team. Canucks need a full game, not just... You know what? They're weak on paper, but they are definitely improved than they were last year. Also, think about this. It was a back-to-back game for us, right? So you got to give credit there as well. Okay, Jacob, please call out the piss-poor reffing today. Yeah, the reffing wasn't great, man. There was a lot of fucking calls. And Kelly Sutherland today, I don't know what he was thinking. But there's going to be good games and bad games. Like, it wasn't the most egregious game or anything. And we did catch a little bit of a break on that review. I know people thought it was no goal anyway, but I personally thought it was a goal. Our power play looked interesting with Hughes on the left side. Our power play... What's that? Gotta catch my Just have a hard. Excuse me. It's like I lost my voice there for a sec. We have a new person here. I'm getting to you, Jonathan. Give me a sec. Our power play looked interesting with Hughes on the left side. I agree. You can't mess with our guys. Hedo was out for the rest of the season. Dickinson was noticed, but he grabbed Sasson on that goal. Just a little bit more. A couple more hits. Let them feel it a little bit more tonight. Maybe they'll get him back in future games. I'm not saying hurt. I need to mention this. No one's advocating to get hurt. It's just I'm advocating him to get more hits on him and make him feel a little bit more. What do we got here? People are still busted on Baines. He's played well. I don't know who's busted on Baines. Like I don't see any of that right now. Baines has been good. Really good. Yeah, it went backwards. Hawks suck. So does this show. Damn! Jonathan, that's rough. Are you my first hater? I think I have my first hater. Oh, welcome to the show, Jonathan. That wasn't very nice, man. You know what? My first hater after almost 4 months. I think that's pretty good. That's not bad. Hedo struggled tonight. A couple of bad turnovers almost cost us a goal, even though I feel he got tripped on the 2-on-0. The thing is, when Hedo's playing his best, take care, Swervin. When Hedo's playing his best, it's that transitional game, right? Right up the puck, right up the middle. Like, that's where he shines more than anything. And Hedo tonight, I got to say, man, you're right. He had a couple of moments that makes you think, yeah, when he tripped on 2-on-0, for example. But I thought he was still dictating the play pretty decently there, personally. So I didn't mind it. I didn't mind his game at all today, personally. I don't know. What did you guys think about Hedo overall tonight? Did you guys enjoy it or not? Love to know. All right, here. Got a goal on pickup game. All right, man, have fun. Have fun, Swervin. Thoughts on the first penalty on Woody? He dropped his gloves. Shouldn't that be a 5-minute automatic? Okay, so what is the rule there when it comes to dropping the gloves? I don't think it's an automatic 5-game or a 5-minute penalty. I think it should be an automatic 2-game penalty or 2-minute penalty, right? Let me take a quick look here just to get this. All right. So dropping the gloves equal automatic fighting major. If a player drops the gloves to fight, even if the other guy doesn't, he'll get a 5-minute pager for fighting. If the opponent doesn't drop his gloves or doesn't want to fight, and the player who did drop them can also get the instigator penalty, which is a 2, 5, and 10 for starting it. So it says it is, but I'm pretty sure that's not accurate. I could be wrong. I'll have to go look into that personally. The instigator is whoever starts the fight, right? Like, I've seen many times people drop the gloves, start the fight, and they still call like a 2-minute roughing, even though like nothing really happened. He'll just grab a guy. Like, I've seen that many times in hockey. I think when Hoggs is healthy, Kane will be sitting out. I think Kane might be sitting out before that. He's also a vet too, kind of get his legs going. Personally, also curious when Lekkerimaki comes back. Wouldn't mind seeing him next game, but like we keep winning, so it's kind of hard to put him in when we keep winning. I wouldn't mind seeing him come in for Kane. That's something I'm interested in. Who are we playing next? Are we playing Washington? Let's take a look here. So our next game is against, the Washington Capitol on Sunday at 9:30 a.m. in the morning. It's a coffee game, boys. Get ready. It's an early one. And that's a very physical team too, man. That's a really, really physical team. Some other notes I had here. I would like to see Pettersson shoot the puck a little bit more. We did mention that already. In the third period, he had lots of opportunities to kind of shoot. We did mention that. And I also said amazing goal by Besser to win it in the shootout. Huge win for the Canucks on the road trip. Kane is not getting benched? You don't think so? I wouldn't say it's a benching. He's a vet, man. He's coming off major injuries. You don't have to play him 82 games. Like, you know what I mean? You could play him 60, 65 games. Like, I don't think he was crazy noticeable tonight. He was better the last few games for sure, but he wasn't crazy. No, that being said, Washington is a physical team, so you might need some of that physicality, especially with Tom Wilson. You know what? Come to think of it, no, after thinking about it, you got to keep Kane in there just in case Tom Wilson goes running around, right? You need someone who can fight him. You need someone who can help him out, help out the Canucks, right? Like, so you're not going to have Sherwood and Garland go out there and try to fight Tom Wilson. You know what I mean? It ended up being 4-on-4 as much as it worked out for the Canucks' favor. Hawks should have gotten an extra 2-minute penalty. So, yeah, refs suck today. There's a bunch of plays like that. There's missed trippings. There's missed trips. There's a mixed hold. There was a lot of little plays like that for sure. It's brunch and Caesars type of game, LOL. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Brunch and Caesars. Oh, okay. You're talking about for the morning game at 9 a.m. Yeah, for sure. Get that coffee game going. Luckily, I got some, the members hooked me up with some coffee. I'll have some nice coffee in the morning, which would be nice. By the way, my go-to is just either chai or just have a nice cold brew. Always works. So, guys, that's another big win now tonight. So that's another big one. The Canucks are now 3-2. Panic has gone from the city. Everything looks brighter. The sun comes up a little bit brighter. Everything's looking rosy again. People waking up in better moods. That's just how it is now. That's Canucks hockey, man. When they win, everybody's in a good mood. When they lose, well, we're all kind of pissed off. So, but it's nice to see the Canucks go out here, come out here with a nice big win. So that's always nice. Few mentions here from some of the media guys. Jake DeBrusk, standout, 10 shots here on 13 attempts. By the way, Tyler Bertuzzi on the disallowed goal. I won't comment because I'll probably get fined. I think it was not that great of a call. I thought it was pretty close, personally. I don't think it's like something to get really pissed off over. I thought it was a pretty close call, but I do agree. I think it was a goal, personally. He didn't push the stick into his pads. It touched the pads, but he didn't poke it in like you see quite a bit. Like, the puck was kind of loose still, right? So I would say that. By the way, Canucks now 11 straight victories over the Blackhawks. It ties a franchise record for the longest win streak versus a single opponent. So that's something interesting. There's a picture of Baines hanging out with Bedard after the game, which is kind of interesting too. And now another 2-goal comeback win, which is really, really where we want these teams, I guess, apparently now, eh? So, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the post-game show. That's it for the night. We're still trying to get the feel of how all this works. Nice to have everybody in here. Thank you guys for showing up once again. All the people that are going to be watching this after, thank you guys for watching and hanging out and all that. And we got our first official negative comment of the season, so I guess things are going as planned now. Have a good one. See you guys next post-game show. And by the way, if you are wondering where the previews are, I'm changing up my content just a little bit. A mistake of plan. What's up, man? Thanks, man. Thanks so much. I'm going to be doing a lot of news videos. I'm going to be adding the recap into the news videos a bit. And we're going to be doing these post-game shows like usual. But I'm not going to be doing direct previews now for the games because I think it works better when I have like a bunch of news and then I do a preview with it than just having random previews and then it changing the next morning. Because I recorded the night before because I work, right? So I'm just trying to figure out how to make that all work. So, and obviously our usual content, some different content and some opinions and stuff like that. So, all right. So I hope you guys have a good day. Adios, guys. Peace.